Hey friends, welcome to One Flight Down, welcome to the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge, and welcome to another Back of the Beer Fridge Sunday. And today, well, we're looking at one that, this one's been kicking around for a while. And it also reminds me a little bit of my old metalhead days. From the Unibroue brewery in Quebec, this is a Tout, Monde, Megadeth.
Take a mortal man.
All right, peace sells, but who's drinking? Yeah, this beer has been kicking around for a while. As any of my regular viewers know, I moved last year into this new space. We used to be in the Terry Isle basement pub. We're now in the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. And if you remember the setup of the old Terry Isle basement pub, we had like a little pantry off to the side of the bar that I often just referred to as the beer closet. So this wasn't even in the back of the beer fridge at that point. It was in the back of the beer closet. I have no idea how long I've had this beer sitting there. You think I would remember that I had a Megadeth beer. Completely forgot. So yeah. It was sitting there for a while when I made the move into the new space. I'm going to tuck this into the back of the beer fridge here, and we'll do it for a back of the beer fridge Sunday. But, you know, we don't want to wait too long because, well, it's already been sitting there a long damn time. So how old is this beer? Well, I did a little shoddy Google research here earlier, and I found this article on the respectable news site Blabbermouth. It's an article from April 8th, 2022, so 3 years ago. Dave Mustaine says he will be looking for a new company to manufacture Megadeth beer. So Dave Mustaine, of course, the frontman for Megadeth. See here, he has been collaborating with Canadian brewery Unibroue on a beer called a Tout Le Monde for the past 7 years. And that partnership is about to come to an end in April 2022. So this beer is at least 3 years old. It's at least 3 years old. Yeah, this, I don't know if this is the oldest beer I've done on Back of the Beer Fridge Sunday, but it's pretty darn close. All right, what can I tell you about the beer? It is 4.5% alcohol. It is dry hopped. SRM of 5.5, 22 IBUs. It is a Belgian-style Saison ale. All right, so if it's a little funky, it's because it's a Saison, not because it's 3 years old. Jeez. All right, well, let's get it. Just have to take this annoying foil off of here. The problem with something like this, I'm just going to find bits of foil all over the place for like the next several months. I'm sure I can get my place cleaned before that. All right, here we go. Some of this foil's not even coming off. It's brittle because it's so old. All right, let's crack this one open. And I'm going to pour this beer into my Non-Such brewing glass. The only reason I chose this glass is Non-Such Brewing here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. They do a lot of Belgian-style beers. Similar style of beers that Unibroue does, so I kind of thought, close enough sort of idea of the right kind of glassware to use. All right, let's pour this in, see what we got with this 3-year-old beer. Well, it's quite active. You got to give it that. There's a lot of bubbles going on in there. Maybe this wasn't the cleanest glass. Maybe some of the bubbles out there are just from me not having the cleanest glass in the world. But no, look at that activity. There's a lot of activity in there. Big, fluffy, frothy Whitehead. I was going to say fluffy, but it's more frothy, wouldn't you say? Yeah, let's get a nose on this. It smells really malty. Yeah, I'm just getting like a malty sweetness on the nose. That's all I'm really getting. It's just the malts coming through. Color-wise, like it's got a hazy look to it, sort of a golden beer, but with a bit of a haziness to it. As I said, this beer is 3 years old at least, so I'm not going to, really judge this too harshly. Anyway, gotta go in for a sip. Cheers, my friends. There's a little bit of a funk to it. Again, could just be the age. Or it could be the Saison stuff. But it doesn't really taste like a proper Saison. It's a very bubbly beer. It's got a very biscuity note at the end. Not something I normally associate with a Saison. I'm going to say the 3 years has not done a lot of good for this beer. It's just, yeah, it's really not that good. As I keep sipping from it. Yeah, it doesn't taste like a Saison, really. Saison has more of a funkiness to this. This is just kind of, it's got, like I said, it's got a maltiness on the nose. It's got like a biscuity kind of a finish to it. Again, not really something I think of necessarily with a Saison. I think that more with like almost like a British style beer, but way more carbonated and active. As I said, I can't really judge this beer too harshly. It is 3 years old. As I said, I don't think time has done a lot for it. Yeah, I mean, that's just the spirit of Back of the Beer Fridge Sunday. It's kind of, you gotta get what you get. All right, now one of my favorite parts of Back of the Beer Fridge Sunday, when I go into the back of the beer fridge and see what we're gonna do on the next Back of the Beer Fridge Sunday. All right, gonna keep on kind of a rock and roll theme here with this one. No, it's not named after a band or anything like that, but if you're a Guns N' Roses fan, you'd know the song Night Train. That's right, Night Train Vanilla Porter. This is from the Barnhammer Brewing Company right here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. 5.2% alcohol. Barnhammer's done some nice beers. I don't know if I've had a porter from them. I have had some stouts from them that I've really liked. So definitely looking forward to that one. And this one is definitely not 3 years old. I'm pretty sure I bought this last year. So it's probably going to go down a lot better than today's did. All right, my friends, thank you so much for dropping by the Terry Isle Tasting Lounge. We'll see you all again real soon. Cheers.